Hey guys, Depanda here. Gunstocks are hands down one of the best VR accessories if you like first-person style games. VR is an amazing, immersive experience, but one thing that can ruin immersion is trying to shoot a two-handed gun with two hands floating in the air. Two-handed weapons are such an issue in VR that Valve decided to only have one-handed guns in their flagship VR experience, Half-Life Alyx. That being said, a Gunstock fixes all of the issues of two-handed VR weapons and makes VR first-person shooters probably some of the funnest experiences that I've ever had in gaming. In this video, I'm going to be comparing two Gunstocks to see which is the best for improving your aim and immersion. The first Gunstock is a 3D printed Gunstock designed for the Oculus Quest 1 or 2. I bought this Gunstock myself several months ago when I was looking for a good Gunstock for Onward. The second Gunstock is the Protube Magtube, which they sent me to try out and review. This Gunstock is the top of the line OG Gunstock, but it is also one of the most expensive. Thank you to ProTubes for sending me this, but don't worry, I'm going to be giving an honest opinion. So how do they work? The Magtube Gunstock comes with mag cups, which slide onto your controller and attach to the Gunstock with magnets. This allows you to remove your controller from the Gunstock to reload, throw grenades, etc. The mag cups stay pretty securely on the controllers, but there really isn't anything holding them on except for the friction of the tight fit. There were a few times when I was playing and the controller started to slip out, but that might have just been because I didn't put them in hard enough. The Gunstock itself has 3 points of contact to your body, allowing you to aim more securely. The two spots where the controllers attach, and the butt of the Gunstock, which sits in your shoulder. It also comes with a strap, which allows you to let go of the Gunstock completely and use your controllers for something else without dropping the Gunstock to the floor. This strap is essential for making the Gunstock work. I like to have both ends of the strap attached to one point of the Gunstock near the butt, just so the strap itself doesn't get in the way of my arms and my controllers. The 3D printed Gunstock works similarly in that it has the same 3 points of contact and a strap, which is optional. Again, I think the strap is essential, so if you get it, make sure you pay a little extra for the strap. The main difference between the 3D printed Gunstock is how the controllers attach to the Gunstock. Instead of cups, the 3D printed Gunstock has ring inserts that attach to the rings of the Quest controllers. This means that this specific model is only compatible with the Quest, Quest 2, and the Rift S, whereas ProTube has created several Magtubes to make it compatible with every major headset. These ring inserts are fairly easy to put in and have magnets at the top to attach to the metal pipe of the 3D printed Gunstock. The offhand magnet is a little bit weaker than the main hand, which has a super strong magnet. This allows you to remove your offhand for reloading much more quickly without accidentally removing your main hand. This is really nice because on the ProTube Gunstock, I did accidentally remove my main hand when I was just trying to remove my offhand to reload. One big difference between these two Gunstocks is that the ProTube has one connection point for each controller, whereas the 3D printed one allows you to connect your controllers to anywhere on the metal pipe. This makes the 3D printed one a little bit easier for quick reloading, as you don't have to blindly search for the exact connection spot like on the ProTube. Now, what about build quality? I must say the Magtube feels really nice. They use a carbon material to keep it light and durable. It looks sleek, well made, and I don't think I could break this thing if I tried. I could see the controller attachments loosening over time since the controllers don't actually attach to anything, you're just stuffing them in there, but maybe not, only time will tell. The 3D printed Gunstock is definitely more fragile. I have heard of people breaking it while setting it up, but that is likely due to them screwing on the parts too tightly. I've had no issues with this, and once it is set up, I don't anticipate someone breaking it unless you're banging it up against the wall. The only thing I would be worried about breaking are the ring inserts, as they're fairly difficult to put in and take out. In fact, while making this video, I accidentally sat down on one of the ring inserts and broke it, but that was completely my fault and not the fault of the material. And since my friend has a 3D printer, I was able to have him print me a new one in no time. What about customizability? The ProTube Gunstock is absolutely the most customizable Gunstock. It has 3 pipes with 2 joints connecting each of them, allowing you to bend the Gunstock into any shape or size that you want. The butt of the Gunstock also has a joint, allowing you to move it to whatever angle is the most comfortable. Lastly, each of the controllers' connecting spots slide along the metal piping, allowing you to choose the distance between them as needed. All of this makes the ProTube Gunstock the most versatile, as you can change the shape of the Gunstock to match whatever gun you're using in game. I don't recommend trying to do this in the middle of a match, but rather finding out which gun you prefer and then setting the Gunstock to match that gun. The 3D printed Gunstock is pretty much set the way it comes. If you want to make it longer, you can get a longer pipe, but otherwise you're stuck with the size and shape of how it comes. The only versatility it has is that you can connect your offhand to whatever spot on the Gunstock, making it very easy to adjust the distance between your two hands, even in the middle of a match. This is a huge plus if you go between shorter and longer weapons pretty frequently. Lastly, let's talk about comfort and immersion. Both Gunstocks are extremely comfortable, but the Protube Magtube are slightly more uncomfortable. It definitely isn't a deal breaker, but having to hold on to the Magtube is slightly less comfortable than just holding onto the controller without anything attached. I like the way the 3D printed gun attaches to the rings, which means nothing is getting in the way of me just holding the controllers the way I'm used to. One other factor that affects the immersion is the physical location of the Gunstock. With the Protube, your Gunstock is below your hands, so when you're in game and reloading, you have to insert the magazines from the side because you now have an invisible barrier below your hands preventing you from inserting a magazine from below like you would in real life. This is different from the 3D printed Gunstock, where the Gunstock is above your hands, exactly where the gun would actually be in real life. This is, at the end of the day, the main reason I ended up buying the 3D printed Gunstock before I became a YouTuber. It looks a lot cooler and feels more realistic when it comes to reloading. While I enjoy both Gunstocks and would be happy with either one, at the end of the day, I find that the 3D print Gunstock is simply easier for me to use. After over a week with playing with the Magtube, I was still having issues reloading and panicking to reattach my controllers. With the 3D printed Gunstock, I was able to use it instinctively within a few days of use. Now, this doesn't mean that the Protube is impossible to get used to. A lot of pro players use the Protube for a variety of reasons and have no issues with immersion, but I like having the versatility of attaching my offhand to anywhere on the metal piping. This makes it so much easier to use in the middle of the match when you're quickly reloading. One downside to the 3D printed Gunstock is that since the gun is above your controllers, sometimes it can end up hitting the actual headset if you're not careful and if you hold the gun weird ways. This is easy to get around, especially in games like Contractors where you can adjust where the Gunstock sits, but there were some guns in Pavlov, for example, that I had a hard time aiming down correctly just because of the way the Gunstock was. So in conclusion, I think I'm going to keep using my 3D printed Gunstock. While I like the Protube and have no problem recommending it, I'm just more comfortable with the one I already have. That being said, both are fantastic options, and I think the one you will use will just depend on your preferences. If you want something customizable and sturdy, or you just don't have an Oculus Quest, go with the Protube. If you want something that's easier to use, more affordable, and more immersive in my opinion, go with the 3D printed one. Links to both Gunstocks are down in the description. If you made it this far in the video, you might as well subscribe. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, at which point I'll be doing a face reveal. Also, check out our Discord, we do a lot of fun stuff there. But that's it, I'm out.